Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Week 2 scoreboard recap and the Week 3 preview for the upcoming matchups. Kind of doing it a little bit early. Just got out of work a little bit ago. Monday night game just wrapped up a few minutes ago, actually. I'm going to be in Chicago all day tomorrow. Don't really want to wait till Wednesday, so I figured we'll roll it out first thing Monday night. So let's just jump right into the Week 2 scoreboard here. A lot of points scored around the league. Only 3 teams didn't reach 100 points. Everybody else did, reach the 3 digits. So a lot of points scored this week, which makes it a lot more interesting. Pretty fun. So let's jump right in. We'll take a look at my matchup first: Polish Pounder versus Make It Wayne, which is Eric. Final score was 102-78. I got some good production out of my studs. LaShawn McCoy had 23. Vincent Jackson had 29. He had a stud week. It's what I've been predicting for him, and hoping he would put up all year. I took a blow with Felix Jones. He had a separated shoulder, so I don't know if he's going to miss any time. Hopefully not. James Starks, another solid week. He had 11. Hopefully he starts to show. Had 2 guys on my bench, Ryan Matthews and A.J. Green, go for 18. Willis McGahee had 16. So point totals could have been a little higher for me, but I'll take a win when I can get it. Eric had a decent week. He had 78, and it's kind of tough. He didn't get anything out of Plax in the flex, so that was kind of strange. But his regulars came through. Jennings had 11. Beanie Wells another solid week with 15. Arian Foster's first week back, he only had 3 points. He had tough time running the ball against the Miami defense. So we'll kind of track that and see. Hopefully he doesn't slump this year. Matt Schaub gave Eric 17. The Ravens defense really disappointed for Eric. After their huge week last week, they actually sucked, and -1 for him. So he falls to 1-1. I jumped to 1-1. So let's jump into another matchup here. Megatron's Army, which is Brock, against the Regulators. Brock put up a ton of points. He scored 117 to Jobby's 79. Brock playing the quarterback tandem, got 25 from Stafford. His running backs really choked this week, only 6 points each, especially from Chris Johnson. Tough Baltimore defense, so he probably bounced back. Calvin Johnson, 14 points. Mike Wallace, 18. Got a big week from the Jets with 18 points. So he got solid production all through his lineup except his running backs and the tight end. Jobby kind of failed to score. Vic falling out early with the concussion. He had 13 points. Fred Jackson, big week, 25 points for him, but anywhere else was just pretty much non-existent. Deshaun Jackson struggled. He had 2 points. Anquan Bolden only had 4. Antonio Gates had 0 points, which is pretty much unheard of. Nobody on Jobby's bench really went off. Brock could have started Tony Romo, who had 21, but still got the W. Brock goes to 2-0. Jobby falls to 1-1. And let's take a look at another matchup. One of the matchups I thought was going to be pretty big, and it was really close, which was Bolingbrook Blue Ballers against Let Me See Your O-Face. So John versus Aaron here. A lot of points scored again. Everybody's kind of wondering, is Aaron going to be able to kind of do what he did last week and score a ton of points? And the answer is yes. He got 91, but John outplayed him, scored 104. So real close matchup here. I'll start with Aaron. Tom Brady once again. 28 points. This guy is going to be amazing throughout the year if he can stay healthy, which is a big question mark on Aaron's team right now. Jamal Charles just goes down with the torn ACL, done for the year. It's a huge blow to Aaron's team. He's got some running back depth with Forte, who had 15. Javid Best had 23. He didn't start Brandon Lloyd. He did start Brandon Lloyd, who actually sat out the game, so health has been a concern for him. But Steve Smith actually came through with 13 points this week, so there's really nobody Aaron could have started. Maybe at the tight end slot, if he'd have started Keller, that probably would have given him the win, but you can't really sit Vernon Davis. He's a playmaker. But yeah, Aaron's got some big concerns with injury now that Jamal Charles is out for the year, so we'll see what happens there. John finally got some big production out of his running backs. 33 combined points for Turner and Mendenhall. Good production out of the receivers. Dwayne Bowe got 11. Steve Johnson got 15. Jason Witten had 10. John sat Tony Gonzalez, who had 20, so he could have even scored more. But so John jumps to 2-0, newcomer in the league. Aaron falls to 1-1. Both teams doing pretty well so far, though, scoring points, and John sitting at 2-0. So we'll see what these teams do next week. Another big matchup here. This was actually rematch of the championship last year. And this was a high-scoring affair. Total of 262 points combined. First, I want to start with Ashley. Scored 141 points. Huge week out of her 3 running backs that she kind of went in the first 3 rounds there, or 3 of the 4 rounds. Adrian Peterson comes through with a big 26. Peyton Hillis at 21, and LeGarrette Blunt at 19. Jeremy Maclin, big week for him. He's one of those home run kind of guys where he's going to have 2 one week and 29 the next week. So big weeks for them. Phillip Rivers had 18. And then pretty much nothing from there with Manningham and Finley. But she had Cam Newton once again on the bench with 26 points. But you can't really start Cam Newton and sit Phillip Rivers. It's just too much of a gamble. But a big win for Ashley there, scoring 141, which is crazy. But Nico, he scores 121 and loses. I mean, that's the story of this kid's season so far. He scores a lot of points, but he just can't pull out the victory with the other team scoring a ton. Drew Brees, another big week for him, at 22. Ray Rice put up 15. Nice start for Sproles with 11. Mike Williams out of his flex got him 0, but Fitzgerald and Britt each had 19 apiece. Nico didn't do anything wrong here. He started all the right guys. Made no bad decisions. He's got the injury bug on his team. No Sean Moreno and Colston are out. So there's nothing really he could do. He started who he could and scored 121, but that's not going to do it. So a surprising 0-2 start for Nico, the defending champ. And Ashley gets into the win column. She's 1-1. So we'll see if Nico can bounce back and if Ashley can kind of get back on the win streak here. I'm really surprised with Nico's start. Like I said, there's really nothing he can do. It's just bad luck there. So we'll see. He'll bounce back. He's got a good team. On to the final matchup of the week here. We got Team Badasses, which is Mike, versus Titletown USA, Jared. Another high-scoring matchup here. These, 152 points combined. 252 points combined for these two teams. Mike comes out of nowhere, scores a ton this week. Gets 15 from Roethlisberger, 24 from McFadden, another big week. Devery Henderson, a good start against the Bears, had 16. Miles Austin had a huge game, 32 points for this guy. Brandon Marshall, 13. Brandon Pettigrew had 0 points out of the tight end slot, which I'll jump into his bench. Rob Gronkowski, the hated pick of the draft, 20 points for this guy. So in 2 weeks, he's got a combined 34 points. That's fucking crazy. Mike, start this guy. He also had Cutler on the bench, had 12. Lions defense, crazy start, but he got him 20, so Mike putting up 140. Jared did all the right things here too. Rodgers, he got another solid 21. Got Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, a law firm at 13. Andre Johnson continues to impress at 15. So Jared got good scoring, all around. He's scored 112, which was good enough to beat some teams, but Mike just putting up that 140 was just too much. So Jared falls to 0-2. Mike hops up to 1-1, so we got a lot of 1-1 teams. Just a couple 2-0 teams, and we got a couple teams sitting winless. So that was, a really crazy Week 2 scoreboard. So hopefully, it's as fun and as exciting as it will be in Week 3. I'll run through the Week 3 matchups here real quick. Got some good ones, actually, which will be really fun to watch. I think this is the first time I just saw the Week 3 matchups. That's why I'm kind of stunned. There's some really good ones in here that I think are going to be fun to watch. I'll start off at the top. And I can't really go in depth here, so I might do another video, because I don't have projected point totals yet since it's still Monday. But I might do another video Thursday, but I'm just going to run through the matchups here. You got Polish Pounder against Kiss My Ash. So these are 2 division rivals here that are, possible playoff teams. Both sitting at 1-1, so that should be a good one. Both scored, in the triple digits last week, so that should be a good one to watch. Bolingbrook Blue Ballers against Make It Wayne. John looking to defend that 2-0 start against Eric, who puts up a lot of points. He's sitting at 1-1. So, some projected totals out of there soon to be come with some points, but that should be interesting to watch. Here's what I think the matchup of the week is. You got 2-0 Megatron's Army, Brock, against Pimpin' Ain't Breezy, Nico, who's sitting at 0-2. Can Nico finally get a win against a high-scoring, team that Brock has? Can Nico put it together, get maybe some luck on his side and score some more points than Brock? This is going to be my matchup of the week. There's just a lot of good players in this matchup. That should be really fun to watch. So I mean, once we see those point totals, that's when I'll really get a good idea of who might win that one. Next matchup is the Regulators versus Titletown USA. Jared's really looking for that first win. He put together a good week last week. Jobby kind of struggled a little bit, but he's sitting at 1-1. So we'll see how that matchup kind of goes along as the point totals come together. But Jared really looking for that first win of the season. Jobby looking to bounce up to 2-1. And then the last matchup, Team Badasses versus Let Me See Your O Face. I really want to see if both of these teams are for real. Week 1 Aaron scores a shit ton. Week 2 Mike scores a shit ton, up in the 140s. So I really want to see, the real deal when these two teams collide. If they're going to be, scoring triple digits every week, or if they're going to, start to fall off and, we see their real team. But, so far I'm pretty impressed with both teams. High point totals. Aaron, 91 in the second week, 140 in the first week. So we'll see if these two teams can keep it up. Other than that, I'm really excited to see the projected point totals tomorrow. Get your roster set. There's been a lot of activity with dropping and picking up, so that pot's adding up quick for most points and the best record at the end of the year. I know trade wins and trade talks are swirling around, so keep those up. Hit up owners if you're looking for a certain player. I know Aaron might be in need of a running back right now because Jamal Charles is out. I'm always looking for a running back, maybe even a quarterback. Josh Freeman's kind of struggling for me right now. But if you have any questions, comments, anything, make a post on the league page. We've been updating kind of daily with new polls and new posts. I just posted on Jamal Charles, so take a look at that. If you have any questions or you want to make a post, go for it. Let's be fun and interactive with the league. So that was the week 2 scoreboard. I'll get you guys up to date with the week 3 preview. But other than that, set your rosters, get your guys in there, make the right starts. That's could be the difference between a win and a loss. So, alright, until next time, guys, I'll probably post another video Thursday. But nice job to the teams in week 2, and good luck to all teams in week 3. Alright, later, guys.